Hey guys, it's Shallon. I'm actually here in Vegas filming for the weekend. Sorry I'm not in the YouTube studios. I'll be back there soon. Today, let's talk about first dates. First dates are so exciting, but they're also incredibly scary. Like, on one hand, it's like victory. Like, your crush asked you out, you're going out. But then it's like, oh no, what am I actually supposed to do? Take it down a notch. A first date is a peek under the hood. It's dipping your toe into the water. I used to think that a first date was like a personality dump. Like, blah, blah, blah. Here's what I like. Here's what I do. Here's my history. Here's this, blah, blah. No. It is, you're just wading into the waters with this person. You are covering the most basic topics. And I know that this can be hard when, like, maybe you've already been talking for a while or you've been talking online a lot. Still go with the, like, this is just a first step. Because even if you talk, like, online or even if you talk, like, in class or something, one-on-one in a date scenario, it brings a whole different element of, like, chemistry. Like, you really need to see, does your chemistry work out? The most important thing to remember on a first date, aside from, like, keeping the topics, like, level 1, you know, you're not going, like, level 10 secret, is to keep yourself from projecting too far in the future. This is really hard, especially for girls. Like, we tend to, like, jump to what I've referred to in other videos before as the cocktail party moment. When, like, suddenly you're leaping 9 months into the future and you're at a party introducing him, and then we had our first date at Johnny Rockets and he spilled cheese fries all over himself, and that's when I knew it was love. You know, it's like you're not really living in the now. You're projecting so far into the future and, like, not even really stopping to ask yourself, is this going well? You're more concerned about the possibilities than with the person. And that gets you into trouble because then you sort of end up falling in love with this fantasy and not with, like, the actual reality of who this person might be, because you probably don't know them yet. And that's fine. You shouldn't. It's the first date. So choose something that's active. I never really recommend just, like, dinner on a first date. It's too static. You just sit there talking. It's boring. Do something that's interactive. Maybe a concert, like a music festival. Although that can be expensive. Bowling is actually a great date. Like, no matter what age you are, if you drink or not drink, that's completely fine. You don't have to wear heels, which is amazing also, but bring socks. And it's something, like, that's an activity, because activities release endorphins. Endorphins promote bonding, and bonding promotes good relationships, obviously. And guys like to do that, you know, especially if it's something that maybe is a little bit competitive and they can show off, you know, they can show that, like, they're good at something and impress you and maybe help you with something. That feeds their ego and that gives them a good feeling. And, you know, you want to watch them show off and be good at something. So, you're going to keep the conversations light. Don't talk about your difficult relationship with your parents. Do not ever talk about your exes. I had to learn this the hard way because I'm an idiot. Guys don't want to know who you've dated. They want to assume that you're a virgin. Maybe you are, that's great. But they don't want to assume that, like, you've ever liked anyone ever. It's awkward for them, and it hurts their ego. So what do you wear? I used to also think, excuse me, that a first date was a time to dress like this. Yes, I'm on my knees. I couldn't find a chair that worked. No, you want to dress just like your normal self, but kicked up a notch. Because, again, a first date is just your normal interaction kicked up a notch. You want your dress to reflect that. If you turn up like this, like an illegitimate Kardashian sister, which is how I enjoy dressing, he's going to be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, he's going to be intimidated. He's going to feel like, oh, like, what I'm wearing isn't good, and she's expecting this whole thing, and it puts a lot of undue pressure and a lot of unnecessary question marks on the event. Don't do that. Also, if you're younger, chances are you can't walk very well in heels, and, you know, you don't really feel comfortable in a ton of makeup or short outfits. Feel comfortable. The outfit guys like most is a tight shirt and jeans. They want to see your body, nothing too trendy. Guys like things that are tight versus, like, overly trendy and complicated. They like cute, simple heels. Cute, simple flats are fine. I have never in my life met a guy who's like, yeah, I got along really well with this girl. We had a great rapport, but she was wearing flats, so I'm never going to talk to her again. If you're ever questioning something, phrase it to yourself that way. It's like, I like this girl, but she had last season's purse, so I deleted her number. Come on. So just to recap, keep the conversations light, ask him questions about himself, but if you notice he's not asking questions back to you, this isn't going anywhere. You don't want to date someone if you feel like you're interrogating them and they don't have an equal interest in your life. You're an interesting person, and if they can't recognize that, bye. Do something that's interactive. Remember, activities promote serotonin, promotes bonding, promotes healthy, happy relationships. And wear something that you feel confident in. If it's not the trendiest outfit in the world, that's fine. Confident, confident, confident. Do you truly feel good, comfortable in what you're wearing? Can you sit in it? Can you walk in it? Can you do an activity in it? Also, make sure he plans the activity. If he says, what do you want to do? Throw out 3 options. I mean, I could go bowling, I could walk down by the lake, I could see Deadpool, whatever you want. But you pick. I always say gentleman's choice. Gentleman's choice. Pick me up at 8. Anything you pick is going to be delightful with me. I'm just excited to spend time with you. Leave it in his hands. Because again, if a guy doesn't plan a date, bad sign. It means he's not taking an interest in impressing you, and that's not going to lead to a healthy relationship. After the date, send him a text, hey, had a great time, thank you so much. Smiley face. No winky, smiley. You guys can do this. Dates are scary, but this is fun. Let him get to know you, get to know him. Don't put too much pressure on the situation, and just relax and enjoy yourself. And he will too.